I'm Sally Elk, President and CEO of Eastern State Penitentiary and a board member of the Preservation Alliance. The following renovation and restoration projects were a delightful surprise this year. Intelligent, creative preservation saved these historic icons for future generations. When Philadelphia was America's greatest city, artist William Rush was its greatest sculptor. Sophisticated and endearing, Rush's work throughout the colonial and federal periods epitomizes early Philadelphia's optimism and the admirable civic impulse to combine art and industry. The restoration of two Rush sculptures, the Allegory of the Schuylkill River and the Mercury, to their original appearances and locations at the Fairmount Waterworks, is the capstone project for this decades-long restoration. Still among the city's most historically significant public sites, the Waterworks continues to be flooded with wedding parties every spring. In 2016, the extraordinary philanthropic legacy of John and Cara Haas became personal when their children donated the beloved family home and grounds to the public. The Stoneleigh estate consists of a large Tudor Revival mansion and 42 acres of beautiful gardens and vistas, designed in the Beaux-Arts style by the sons of Frederick Law Olmsted. An extensive rehabilitation and restoration made the mansion accessible, comfortable, functional, and hospitable to the public. Natural Lands, the new steward of the Stoneleigh estate, manages it as a public garden and nature preserve, adding paths, lighting, and visitor amenities as well as native plantings. The Haas family's decorative rabbits that dot the landscape, Haas is German for hare, will always be there. Richards was the second building on Penn's campus to receive National Historic Landmark status, after the Furness Library. In 1961, several years before Lucan died, this building was the subject of an entire exhibition at MoMA. Although Richards is a hardworking building and not a museum piece, it remains one of the jewels of the Penn collection, sought out by architectural pilgrims from across the globe. When Bob Dylan belted out, "The times they are a-changin'" at the Met reopening last December, it was more than apropos. As of 4 years ago, the formerly grand North Philadelphia venue appeared beyond repair, beyond salvage, and certainly beyond restoration. But it is now complete and operational, a preservation project that no one thought could happen. As renovated by Akin-Olsen Shade, the Met is already a hugely popular venue, adding life and commerce to North Broad Street and bringing positive attention to the power of preservation to revitalize the city. When new, the critics hated the Hale Building. One of them wrote, "It is a preposterous structure, meaningless, commonplace, incongruous, ugly, objectionable, irrelevant, irrational, and higgledy-piggledy." The building that nodded an early critic's mutton chops was the Hale Building at Chestnut and Juniper. Abandoned for decades, the soot-covered stone and terracotta were cleaned and restored, and new copper bays were installed, marching down Juniper Street among other masterful touches.